back to a brand new episode of the Riff Rundown. I hope this is finding you and yours doing well this weekend. My name is Angela Petrilli, here with my friends at Fishman for a brand new episode of the Riff Rundown. So today's episode is pre-recorded. We're doing a bit of gigging these days. And I figured since Oasis just announced a reunion tour, why not teach you guys how to play an Oasis song? So we're going to be learning Don't Look Back in Anger. You can have your acoustic or electric guitar in standard tuning for this lesson. We're really going to focus on the rhythm parts here today. And as always, if you guys are enjoying these lessons on my YouTube channel, please be sure to subscribe, click the like button, all of that good stuff. It really does help the cause with the algorithm and gets these lessons out there. And if you want to check out all the cool Fishman gear that I use in these lessons, I left a link in the video description below so you can check out the RS Spectrum DI and the Matrix Infinity Enhanced pickups that I have in my Martin here today. So you can check out all of that good stuff. And while you're there, I started a Patreon page and would love to have you there. It's a beautiful extension of what we do here on the Riff Rundown. So be sure to check out all of that good stuff. You can find all of that below. And as always, you guys know I like to ask a question before we get started, so please let me know where you are tuning in from and your favorite 90s bands. Where are you tuning in from? Favorite 90s band? Get that guitar in standard tuning, and here we go. Here is Don't Look Back in Anger by Oasis. So there's the song. Really, really fun one here. I would say geared towards my upper echelon beginners into the immediate realm. Some really cool chord voicing, so let's go ahead and get to it. So we have the intro. We're going to be going between a C over G into an F over C. So what does that mean? We have a C chord that has a G in the bass, and then we have an F chord that has a C in the bass. All right, so that's what's happening. So let me show you how to play those two chords. So what we're going to do here, most of us know how to play the C chord already, all right? But what we're going to do to play a C over G, okay, we're going to play our C chord, first finger, first fret of the B string, second finger, second fret of the D string, third finger, third fret of the A string, okay, C, E, and G are 1, 3, 5, okay, we know all this stuff. Those of you who've been watching the Riff Rundown, right? We know those chords, and we know the notes that build up those chords, right? So what we're going to do here to play the C over G, lift that third finger up, placing it on the G note, third fret of the E string, pinky then goes to play the C note here, third fret of the A string. Strum everything. It's like a C chord, has a little bit more muscle, okay? So that's the C over G. Very beautiful chord. And that's how we're going to strum it. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up. We're going to do the same exact strumming pattern, but this time for F over C. So check this out. Our first finger is going to be our pivot point, okay? Do not lift that C note here. We're going to bring every other finger, our second, third, and fourth, bring them down a string, okay? Third finger should be on the A string, third fret. Fourth finger should be on the third fret of the D string, and second finger should be on the second fret of the G string. Okay, so we have our F, A, and C. Those are our building blocks for this F major chord, and then we have the C in the bass. same thing here. Now, when I was watching Noel play this live for a couple like acoustic versions, sometimes he hits that high E string, which would make this an F major 7 because we have that E that's now included in this chord. It's really beautiful, but sometimes he didn't play that high E string, so I'll leave it up to you. It sounds beautiful either way. You can strum from the A string downward, through the B string, or go ahead and strum all the way through. Both are really nice. And that's our intro. So we're going to do that 2 times going back and forth, C over G to F over C. So let's go ahead and do that nice and slowly here. That's what's happening in that intro. That's it. Those 2 chords. Really beautiful ways if you wanted to just play something different than a regular C chord or something a little bit different than a regular F chord. These are 2 wonderful chords that you can use. All right, so that's what's happening there in the intro. Pretty simple. So the verses, I'm going to play a little bit slower than I did. At the top, sounds like this. It's going to be repeated twice. So we start off with that C over G. So it's going to be a down, 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 up, okay? To a C over B. When I was watching him play live, to the best of my ear and eye, this is what I think he's doing. So we've got that C over G. Then you are going to place your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. That is your B note. And then play through the rest of the chord. Again, to my ear when he was playing live, pretty sure this is what he was doing. Okay, so just like that. So from C over G to C over B. From there, we're going to go ahead and go to an A minor. So A, C, E are our target points. We're going to use these first 3 fingers here. As you can tell, from C over G to C over B to A minor, notice how that first finger has been our pivot point for all 3 of these chords, okay? So leave that first finger there, it's a C note, 1st fret of the B string. Get your 2nd finger now on the 2nd fret of the D string E, and your 3rd finger, 2nd fret of the G string A. Strum from the A string downward, same strumming pattern. Just like that. So let's go ahead and do it from the top, those first 3 chords. Here we go, nice and slow. Pretty straightforward. So, back to that A minor. We're done playing this chord, but what we're going to do is now we're going to play E major. So check out this cool little trick. Move every finger, spider crawl it up a string. So, 1st finger now goes to the 1st fret of the G string. Okay. 2nd finger goes to the 2nd fret of the A string, and the 3rd finger goes to the 2nd fret of the D string. You're going to strum all 6 strings. This is an E major chord, so E, G sharp, and B are 1, 3, 5, our tonal centers, there they are. You're going to strum all 6 strings, same strumming pattern. After that E chord, we're going to go back to our F over C, same strumming pattern, to a G major. And we're going to use the version that has all 4 fingers being used, okay? G, B, and D are our target centers here. Okay, 2nd finger, 3rd fret of the E string G, 1st finger, 2nd fret of the A string B, 3rd finger, 3rd fret of the B string D, and then our pinky finger on G, 3rd fret of the high E string, strum everything. Same strumming pattern. From there, we're going to go back to a regular old C major, okay? Regular old C major, same strumming pattern. We're going to finish off this verse with an A minor and a G. We're going to strum them a little bit differently. So down, down, up on the A minor, and then down, down, up on G major. So let's go ahead and play the whole verse nice and slowly here. Repeat starts again. So let's go ahead and do this. We're going to do the intro twice, and we're going to do the verses twice. And again, if you're enjoying the lessons, be sure to click that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It really does help the cause. So here we go from the top. Intro. One more time. Verse. Those are verses and intro. Done. From there, we're going to go to a pre-chorus. We're going to see our first bar chord here. It's going to be an F major. So this first part of the pre-chorus, it's going from an F major, F A C, to an F minor, F A flat C, to a C over G, C E G. All right? So that sounds and looks like this. So we have our F bar chord here. Again, if we want to build nice, strong bar chords, a couple things to keep in mind. We want that first finger. We do not want it like this, okay? Keep it, okay? Use that fret as a guide. You want that finger nice and straight. Use this first, then build the rest of the chord. That's what really helps me when I'm building bar chords. So I like to play them that way. And notice how my thumb, okay, back of the neck. If the thumb goes up, see how the hand shrivels? We don't want that. Nice, strong bar chords allow for perfect thumb placement at the back of the neck. Okay, so F, A, and C are our target points here. First finger, first fret of the E string, F. Okay, and then we have our C note here with our third finger, third fret of the A string. We have our pinky finger here on the third fret of the D string, F. And then there's our A note, okay, second fret of the G string. And then we have first fret of the B string C, and then first fret of the high E string F. Strum everything. Okay, so that's our F major. From there, to play the F minor, all you're gonna do, this is our third, that A, okay? We're going to flatten it, a half step. So now that A becomes an A flat. That A flat lives here on the second fret of the G, or first fret of the G string. All we need to do is lift that second finger out of the way. We have that F major to F minor. Same strumming pattern too, pretty simple. From there, we go back to C over G. As far as the strumming pattern, down, down, up, down, up, up. Okay? So let's go ahead and do that a couple times here. In the song, this happens 3 times. So here we go. F, F minor to C over G. Just like that. From there, we have a very interesting chord that's coming up. So we have our regular old G chord. We know how to play this. So the part where he says stand up beside the fireplace. I had to watch a lot of live videos to see this. Very cool chord here. So that's that next one. I guess we can call it an E7 over G sharp. That's what we're going to call it here today. So we have our G chord here. Here's how we're going to play this chord. Okay, check this out. That second finger. we're going to move it up a half step from G to G sharp, 4th fret of the E string. Okay, stay with me here. We're going to maintain the shape, but we're going to just vary it just a little bit. 3rd finger, bring it to the 4th fret of the G string. That's our B note. Pinky finger goes to the 5th fret of the B string, E. Okay, lift that 1st finger out of the way. We're not going to need that note here. Okay, and you could strum the high E string. I've heard him do that a couple times on some live versions. Now, the A string is muted, and that D string is also muted, okay? But if you happen to get it, kind of need that in that E7, so that's okay too. So just like that, okay? So let's switch. This is a tricky little move, but it's very cool once you get your hands around it. So let's switch from that G to that E7 over G sharp. That 2nd finger over G sharp, build the rest of the chord. Let's do that again a little faster. From there, we're going to go to A minor, back to G, F over C. Let's play the right chord, F over C. To G. Okay, let's go ahead and do this whole pre-chorus nice and slowly here. Again, you're enjoying the lesson? Click that thumbs up button, really helps cause. Here we go, from the top of the pre-chorus. F major, bar chord. So we do this 2 more times. Here comes that G chord. Okay, pretty cool stuff. From there, we're going to go to the chorus. So the chorus sounds like this. Similar to the verses, a couple different chords. But here we go. Here's the chorus. Let's go ahead and learn that. A lot of these chords we already know. So the first chord is going to be that C over G. Okay, down, 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 up to C over B, to A minor, to E major. For the chorus, sure sounds like he's doing the F major 7 over C. All that is, play the F over C, but include the high E string. Back to G major, all 4 fingers. To C. And the quick switch, A minor and G. Okay, just like that. So that's the first part of the chorus. Let's go ahead and play that a few times through. So here we go. The use of pivot fingers is massively helpful in this song, massively helpful. So something to keep in mind when you are learning this. Okay, so that's the first half of the chorus. Okay, for the second half, very similar, okay, to the first part. So we have that C over G, C over B, to A minor, to E major, to F over C, back to G, to C, regular C without the G in the bass. Okay, so that's what's happening there. That's our chorus. So let's go ahead and play the whole chorus through. Okay, C over G, C over B, A minor, E, F major 7 over C, G, C, A minor G, C over G, C over B, A minor, E, F over C, G, C. Let's go ahead and do that whole chorus together without the commentary. Again, if you're enjoying the lessons, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Really, really helps the cause. Here we go. Chorus. So after this chorus, I'm going to call it an interlude, okay? A lot of similar chords. Pretty much we repeat what we just did, okay? And then the only difference is we add the A minor and G at the end. So here's the interlude. And what he does live, I noticed this, particularly on the Howard Stern live version, I believe from 94 or 1996, he uses his pinky to play the G note here, and he lets that ring through for the C major as well as the C over B. So that sounds like this. This is optional, but I think it sounds really nice. From there we go into a verse. So I'm going to play that interlude again, and I'm going to include it with a chorus so you can see how that kind of ties in together. And then after that, we pretty much have an outro and we are done. This is such a fun song. So here we go. Chorus with that interlude leading into verse 2. Here we go. From there we go into verse 2, okay, into another pre-chorus, into another chorus, and then a guitar solo, okay, into another chorus. So for that final chorus, what's really cool here is we're going to go ahead, play through that, and at the end, okay, there's a really beautiful, I love a good major minor 4 at the end of something. It's just like, gets you right here in the heart. It's great. So he includes an F major, let it ring, to an F minor, let it ring, and then leading into the outro. So it's really, really pretty. So that don't look back in anger. And then I heard you say, and that leads in to the outro. So the outro sounds like this. awesome. So what we're gonna do there, it's C to C over B, to A minor, to E major, spider crawl those fingers, to F major, bar chord, to F minor, to C. Now you can choose to play the regular C or the C that has the G in the bass. Both are really, really lovely. So I will leave that up to you. Such a fun tune. So what we're gonna do here, I'm gonna call out the parts. That's the tune, everybody. Those are all the rhythm parts. Such a fun song, such a fun one to play. So I'm gonna call out the parts here. Okay, we're gonna do intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, interlude, and then we'll look at that outro part too. All right, and again, if you're enjoying the lessons, click that like button. Here we go. From the top, intro. One more time. Into our verse, here we go. Chorus. Here comes the crazy cool chords. That chorus. 2, 3, chorus. Comes the interlude. Okay, so from there we had that additional chorus at the end. 2, 3, 4, F minor. To our outro, I heard you say. So there you have it. There is Don't Look Back in Anger by Oasis. Such a fun song to play. As always, I want to thank my friends at Fishman for helping me run these lessons week after week. And if you want to support me, I know a lot of you guys ask, how can we support you for these free lessons you put on YouTube? I have music that you can buy on Bandcamp and on my website, and merch on my website, AngelaPetrillimusic.com. It really does help me out a ton. So you can go there, get a vinyl, get some shirts. It's good stuff. And you can join me on Patreon. It's a blast. Would love to see you there. Would love to see you there. And certainly I want to thank all of you. Thank you so much for being so cool to one another in the comments and being so kind. Kindness goes a long way. Thank you all so much for being so cool. As always, wishing you much success in your musical journey.